So sometimes when I post a video, I get a lot of comments asking how people can get better at things. People comment like, how can I get better at this quickly? How can I do this but in a short space of time? Basically, they're looking to accelerate their growth as quickly as they can. I thought I'd jump on, make a quick video and go over 3 steps that I think are vital for accelerating your growth. This can be in anything. So martial arts to business to getting better at cooking. Obviously, my experiences are predominantly going to be tailored towards martial arts and growing better as an athlete. The number one is just writing things down. Keeping a journal, keeping a pad, a notebook, whatever, and just writing down anything that you find useful. I've done this every time I go visit a new coach, current coaches, whether I'm in business meetings. Anytime I get a bit of information that I want to keep hold of, I make sure that I write it down. It's important we write this down because, speaking for myself, my memory is useless. And I hear something, somebody tells me something, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to keep hold of that for ages. 10 minutes later, not a clue. Whether that's me just having a bad memory or getting punched in the head for a living, who knows? So I make sure I write it all down. Any little tips that come through that are going to help me, I make sure I've got them down on paper. Not only to keep in my head for that part of time, but also I can look back and go over new things. The amount of times that I go back through my notes and I see tips from coaches from years ago that just re-spark a little thing that I know that I need to go work on that day. I use these notepads whenever I travel to a new coach. So I have things from New York, from Amsterdam, from Bali. Anytime somebody's telling me something that I think, yeah, sound, I need to know that, I'm going to write it down. That's helped me remember key bits of information and also be able to go back on that information that I knew at the time was wicked advice and I needed it, and now I've just got it forever. So number one, write the shit down. Number two is pretty simple but kind of gets lost sometimes. Basically, the hours you put into whatever you're doing is what you're going to get out from it. So if you want to get good at something, do that thing for hours and hours. When you've done it, you go and rest and you do it again and again and again. As an example, if you wanted to be a good cook, you wouldn't be looking at exercises to speed up your chopping of an onion and things. And it sounds like that's unrealistic, but this is what's happening in sports, is people are looking for tiny little changes to create this huge change when realistically they just need to keep their hours involved in doing the thing that they're trying to get better at. You're going to get better at cooking by cooking every day. Going home, sleeping, coming back, cooking in the morning, cooking in the afternoon, cooking in the evening. That's how you're going to get results. I would bet my life that Michael Jordan was still practicing his 3-point throws for the day that he started to the day that he retired. Canelo, you watch videos of his training, he's still jabbing, he's still throwing his right hand. Everything comes down to good repetition. Obviously, once you reach a certain level, there is going to be a bit of fine tuning. But to start with, for your first 5-10 years, is you just want to do the thing as much as you can. So number two, the hours you put in is what you're going to get out. My third tip is make sure you've got a passion for the thing that you're doing. Passion itself will create a crazy drive just because you're interested in the matter. You'll be interested in learning it, you'll be interested in doing it, you'll be interested in everything surrounding that topic. So an opposite example of this is if you've ever had to do a test or a paper or write an essay on something that you don't enjoy, that thing is soul destroying. You don't care about reading about the subject, you don't care when you're writing it, nothing will kill your drive like a lack of passion. Now, if you do have a passion for it, you'll be waking up early with an excitement to do what you want to do. Everything will just come naturally because you want to do it. You have a passion for it, you're excited for it, your energy is up, and you're going to hit doing this properly. We all get plateaus and things like that, but predominantly, if you've got a passion for something, your drive and your work rate will, for you, be unnoticed because you're not even thinking about putting the work in. You're just doing it because you're excited to do it. 3 steps to accelerate your learning: write the good shit down, keep hold of it. Make sure that you put the time in. Whatever time you put in is what you're going to get out. And make sure you're passionate about what you're doing. Or if you don't want to do any of that, do whatever you want to do.